Why should we use activity codes? Because WBS in P6 has serious limitations, and I'm gonna explain everything inside Primavera. Activity codes have better filters, very valuable in combinations, easy and quick to import and export with Excel. It's the best when used inside Power BI. So if you have enrolled into my course, Power BI, it will all make sense. So let's look at Primavera. What if I wanna review the block work only? There are a couple of ways you can do that. You wanna copy the activity description of the block work. Have activity name contains block work. Right click, group and sort, hide if empty to see only the block work. And I can now see the block work. And I want to review them like as a snapshot. I don't want to scroll down all activities to review each activity, but I want to see all of them in front of me. I want to also see the summary bar, because the top bar here, the project bar, will bring to you all information impacted by a specific filter in place. So this is the start, not for the project, but the start date for the block work. This is the finish date for all block work. So this will reflect the filter in place. So maybe there's something I want to look at. I want to take 60 days overall for block work only overall. So what if I want to plaster work? You're gonna go to filter and have plaster. Okay, so now I change the layout. So what if you want both block and plaster? You have to do that again. And in this case, you want to have a new filter called block work. And I want to show either this filter or this filter. So I'm going to have or from the filter here. Okay, now you can see both. That's really time consuming. This is not effective at all. I'm going to show you now another project that is fully assigned with activity codes. Now my WBS layout doesn't really help me right now. So I will group with an activity code. Okay, so this is my list of activity codes. So in one layout only, I can see everything going on in the project without the hustle of using Primavera P6 filters and the associated friction of using them. I'm going to have all concrete listed. I'm going to see all slab shutter, all reinforced concrete, all masonry, for example. For finishes, all list, it's all in one layout. Okay, you can still use filter if you want. It's gonna be super easy. So I'm gonna now, maybe I wanna see filter for, let's take something high level. Oh, it's because this is another level. So I'm gonna try category of work. So that's the finishes. Okay. So I have all list of finishes here. And I can still use filters, but I have more representation of what's going on here. So with the filter, the way I structured them, so I have finishing activities like door subframes. It's a part of the finishes as well. So that's why this is happening. And I wanna group by category. So that's all finishes if I group them by the finishes, because there are different levels of the activity codes. But what you can see here is they are easy to review, and I don't have to use a lot of P6 filters to get a specific result. I can see everything working in the project from one layout only. What about the export to Excel? I can go to File, go to Excel, okay, and import all activities. you can see only WBS code, which is worthless. Okay. So you're gonna have something like based on WBS code. So when you export all activities, you will not see this activity belongs to plaster family. This activity will not belong to block family. You're gonna see something like that. So you're gonna see beside each activity the WBS code here, which is really meaningless. It doesn't help me. So you wanna really group activities in better way. And the best way to develop the activity code dictionary is to have a funnel. I'm gonna start with a high level, let's say in like a substructure and a superstructure, something really high level. It will work the same way as WBS and also a second level. For example, under superstructure, I have floor 1, floor 2, and floor 3. Another level under floor 1, I'm gonna have concrete finishes and MEP. Another level, and you continue doing that for as many as convenient for you until you reach the low level. So it's more detailed and laser focused. The more you go inside the funnel, right? It's going to be really more detailed. As a best practice, you want to have the final level of activity codes as the activity level. So what does it mean? You're going to have to break it down further and further, okay, until you have something like that. So I have, for example, one activity called ceramic for floors and balconies. That's my activity level. So you want to create your lowest level in the funnel as floor tiles for balconies, okay, because you're going to have different levels, right? Finishes, you're going to have under finishes, you're going to have dry area and wet area, bathroom and balcony. Under balconies, you're going to have waterproof and more activities. So under the balcony finishes, WBS, you're going to have ceramic for floors and balconies. So you group the same activities like ceramic for floors and balconies for each floor and assign them under one activity code, which will be the lowest level in the funnel. Let's do that step by step inside Primavera. Okay, let's go back to my project. Okay, so I'm gonna now create my activity code dictionary. I will go to enterprise activity codes. Okay, I wanna create my activity codes under the project. This is my global. You can have some values here. Sometimes you can display by all values, but it is related to other projects. You don't want to see that. You want to have your own dictionary of activity codes for the specific project. And I want to have 4 levels of activity codes, 4 levels in the funnel. One level, it's called zone. So it's going to be substructure or superstructure. Another level is to have the floor. So floor 1, floor 2, floor 3. The third level is category of work. So maybe under each floor, I'm going to have category of work, which will consist of concrete finishes and MEP under each floor. And that's my final level of activity code. Okay, so maybe under finishes, I'm going to have a bunch of activities. Okay, so I'm going to have type of work. So type of work can be block work, can be plaster, can be paint. And it's very easy to confuse yourself later on, like when you are dealing with block work. Is it category of work or is it type of work? Because both can make sense. And I do something to avoid that. For my zone here, it's my highest level. So that's my level 1. Floor 2 is level 2 in the breakdown. Category of work is level 3. Type of work is level 4. So later on, when you ask me, I want to have really laser focused analysis about activity level, like block plaster, like the lowest level in the funnel. So don't confuse yourself what initially the description was in your assumption. You just go to level 4. That's your level, lowest level. Click close. Then under each activity code family, that's the family right now. So that's a family of activity codes. When I go to modify, it's my activity code dictionary where I create each family member Then under each family member, I'm going to have values. So for level 1, for example, I'm going to click add, and I'm going to have code value. It's called maybe, for example, SB for substructure. I'm going to have also SP, superstructure. So these are the values related to zone L1. I'm going to go to another family member, and I have 5 floors in my project. I'm going to have a code value like F1. So that's a floor 1. F2, floor 2. F3, floor 3. F4, floor 4. F5, floor 5. Okay, what's next? Level 3. You see, they don't show you the values in order. It's very easy to get lost and get confused, but you know right now with the initials you have here, L1 or L2, you know how you can go through, right? How you can break it down. I'm gonna go to level 3, and under the floor, I'm gonna have 3 values, concrete finishes and MAP. So CN for concrete, FN for finishes, and MP for MAP. I decided that I will have 4 levels only. You can have more, for example, dry area, wet area, but just for the tutorial, I'm gonna show you that level 4 is my activity level. So I'm gonna close that for now to show you what it means. Bring all activities, have my WBS. Under first floor, for example, under concrete, you're gonna have a bunch of activities. So as a good practice, you will create activity code value for each activity. So you're gonna have a slab formwork, slab rebar, slab concrete, column rebar, column formwork. That's the most time-consuming part. Block work, plaster, and so on. So for each activity, you're gonna have the corresponding activity code value. The reason why we do that is because you want later on in the project to review the progress, for example, for block work only, okay? And in the same layout, you want to see the block work performance, plaster performance, like on activity level. But if you do not create activity code for each activity, you're going to be limited with the level of analysis you have, because let's assume that you have this level only. You had your first floor activity code, then concrete finishes and MAP. So you can only review all finishes. You can't really dive deep down and see all activities easily. You can still do it without activity codes if you use filter with activity name, combination of filters if you want, but it is not so effective and it's going to be time consuming. What I'm going to do here is I want to create activity code. So at the end, I want to see the layout I showed you in the other project, like list of activities, huge list. I can see everything in one place, and that's it. So that's why I'm not adding everything right now, but I'm gonna add 3 values only for a slab formwork, slab rebar, slab concrete. You can have the rest as exercise. Okay, so I'm gonna have, it's better to have the activities open with you, because the window here for activity codes will not freeze the layout you initially had. So although I open this window, I still can scroll and see other information here. So better to have all layout expanded all to work faster. So I'm gonna expand everything all. Then I will go to enterprise, activity codes, and I want to have any initials like SF /formwork. have slab rebar as well, and slab concrete. Okay, so now let's assign the activity codes. So here's what I would do. I'm gonna right click, go to columns, and have the activity codes under my project, because I created these values under my project. I'm gonna have L1, L2, L3, and L4. Okay, and you can assign it based on your values. So for my level 1, I have only substructure and superstructure. So I'm gonna choose substructure and use the fill down. So for example, here, and let's take the first floor. Okay, I will select that. It's a superstructure, not substructure. So it's superstructure. I'm gonna choose superstructure. Then you can, like all activities here are under superstructure, right? So you're gonna select all, because all activities under all floors are actually superstructure. For floor, that's my first floor. So it's gonna be first floor, and I'm gonna also fill down the values. So if I scroll down, that's the end of the first floor. So I'm gonna click shift, click on the last activity, right click and fill down. So I have everything now for the first floor. What about this level? It's a concrete finishes and MEP. So to recap what we have, we're gonna have SP superstructure. Under superstructure, I have first floor. Under first floor, what else comes next? It's gonna be concrete. And where my limitation here, it's actually up to here, because everything after that is finishing. So I'm gonna have concrete. Okay, and that's my slab form work. So can you see what's happening here? It works like a funnel, right? So everything here, all up to down superstructure and first floor, but I'm gonna have first floor up to here, but second floor will start from here. So that's one level. Then I'm squeezing everything down, right? So under first floor, I'm gonna have concrete here, then finishes here. Okay, then under concrete, I'm gonna have specific level, which is a slab form work. So can you see what's happening? Like it's like a funnel, right? So it's very, very wide here. So many activities on the first level. Then it becomes a little bit limited. So I had bunch of superstructure, but under superstructure, I'm gonna have first floor, then second floor. I'm gonna scroll down also up to second floor. Right, so under first floor, I'm gonna have concrete and the finishes. So both of them are assigned under the first floor. And then the final level is activity level. So that's for the activity codes. I'm not doing everything here in the lecture, but you can have the rest as exercise. That's it for the activity codes. So they are really important. Like there is an approach, there is a process on how to use activity codes.